Rewiring Democracy by Schneier and Sanders argues that artificial intelligence is not simply an efficiency tool but a transformative force reshaping the deeper power structures of democratic life. They emphasize that AI changes the fundamental relationship between citizens, governments, and political actors by introducing new types of influence and control, forms of power that must be regulated to ensure they strengthen rather than undermine democracy. The book begins by detailing how AI is already altering the political landscape. Political campaigns no longer rely on broad public messaging. Instead, they use AI driven micro targeting to craft individualized appeals based on each voter's emotional triggers, habits, and vulnerabilities. This fragmentation of messaging erodes shared public discourse and weakens collective deliberation. The automation of political operations, from strategy optimization to legislative interpretation, gives technologically equipped political actors enormous advantages. The speed and sophistication of AI enabled decision making can leave the public unable to keep pace. Social media algorithms add another layer of disruption by intensifying polarization designed to maximize engagement. They steer users toward content that reinforces existing beliefs, deepening ideological divides and making democratic compromise more elusive. Schneier and Sanders examine how AI is transforming the machinery of government. Public services are increasingly automated, determining who receives benefits, where resources go, and who is flagged by predictive policing models. While this can create efficiency, the authors warn that embedding structural bias in code effectively locks it into policy. The opacity of many AI systems prevents citizens from understanding, challenging, or correcting unjust outcomes. Similar concerns arise in the justice system, where AI based risk assessment tools influence sentencing and parole decisions. Delegating complex moral and social judgments to inscrutable algorithms threatens due process and accountability. Combined with the rapid expansion of AI driven surveillance, facial recognition networks, data fusion systems, and continuous monitoring, these technologies shift power toward control, chilling dissent, and eroding the privacy vital for a functioning democracy. The book proposes a path toward an AI enabled democratic future built on transparency, accountability, and citizen empowerment. Schneier and Sanders argue that all political and governmental AI systems must be open to scrutiny with clear disclosures about how they function, what data they use, and how they can be audited for bias. Rather than treating AI as neutral, they advocate embedding democratic values into its design from the outset, ensuring fairness and contestability in its decision making processes. They stress that citizens themselves must be empowered through digital literacy, legal avenues for challenging algorithmic decisions, and maintained human oversight. The authors conclude that AI must never become an unchallengeable authority. Instead, it should serve as a tool governed by democratic principles and subject to public control.